In the heart of Quezon Province, as the year 2005 drew to a close, a storm raged with unrelenting fury. Rain lashed against tin roofs, creating a cacophony that echoed through the night. In a modest dwelling, barely more than a shack, 10-year-old Elmer stood barefoot, his clothes clinging to his small frame. With trembling hands, he struggled to light a solitary candle, its flame flickering weakly against the darkness that engulfed their home. Electricity, a luxury they could no longer afford, had abandoned them once more. In the corner, his mother lay ill, her labored breathing a testament to their dire circumstances. The rice pot stood empty, a stark reminder of their poverty. Only the bitter aroma of coffee lingered, offering a meager warmth against the chill that seeped through the cracks in the walls. As thunder roared overhead, Elmer's gaze was drawn to an unusual sight outside their window. A car, a rarity in their remote village, was mired in the muddy road. Inside sat a woman, her face etched with fear and uncertainty. Without a second thought, Elmer grabbed his only possession of value, a tattered plastic sheet that served as an umbrella, and dashed into the tempest. "Ma'am, please come," he called out, his voice barely audible above the howling wind. "Our house is nearby. It's safer there." The woman, hesitant at first, looked into the eyes of this young boy, offering shelter to a stranger. Something in his earnest gaze moved her, and she stepped out into the rain. That night, Angela, for that was her name, found refuge in the humble abode of Elmer and his mother. They shared what little they had, a meager bowl of rice porridge divided among 3 souls. As the storm raged on, Angela learned of Elmer's plight. School, once a beacon of hope, was now an unattainable dream. Yet, in the face of such adversity, Elmer's aspirations remained pure. "I just want to be a teacher," he confided, "so I can help my mom." As dawn broke and the storm subsided, Angela prepared to depart. With tears glistening in her eyes, she clasped Elmer's hand. "One day, Elmer," she whispered, her voice thick with emotion, "I'll return the kindness you gave me." And with that, she was gone, leaving behind only a name, Angela Reyes. 20 years passed, each day a struggle for survival. Elmer, now a man in his 30s, stood before a classroom in Manila. His shirt was worn, his slacks faded, but his eyes shone with the same warmth that had once comforted a stranger on a stormy night. Life had been an uphill battle, scholarships hard-won, nights spent in bus terminals, endless side jobs, but he had persevered. Now as a public school teacher, he poured his heart into his students, sharing not just knowledge but the compassion that had defined his journey. One fateful day at a national education summit, Elmer's world tilted on its axis. "Our keynote speaker today has asked to meet someone very special," the announcer's voice rang out. "Mr. Elmer Dizon." Confusion rippled through the crowd as a woman in an elegant business suit took the stage. Elmer's heart stopped. It was her, Angela Reyes, now a powerful CEO of a global tech foundation. With eyes brimming with tears, she began to speak. "20 years ago, I was stranded in a storm." Her voice quavered with emotion. "A poor boy with nothing gave me everything. Shelter, food, dignity. I never forgot him." She turned to Elmer, who stood rooted to the spot, overwhelmed by a tidal wave of memories. "Elmer," she continued, her voice gaining strength, "today I'm creating a scholarship program in your name. And if you accept, I want you to become our director for educational outreach in the Philippines." The room erupted in applause, but for Elmer, the world had fallen silent. His knees trembled, not from weakness, but from the sheer weight of the moment. In his mind's eye, he saw his ailing mother, their tiny village, that stormy night, and the warm bowl of rice porridge shared among strangers. As the applause faded and reality slowly seeped back in, Elmer realized that his life had come full circle. The kindness he had shown as a child, born not from abundance, but from a heart overflowing with compassion, had returned to him tenfold. In that moment, he understood a profound truth. Kindness doesn't need money, just a willing heart. One selfless act can echo across time, returning when least expected as someone else's miracle. And so as Elmer stepped forward to embrace his new future, he carried with him the lessons of his past. That in the darkest of storms, a single act of kindness can light the way for generations to come. If you like this video, please join me in a journey to offer inspiration to others. Please like, share, and subscribe in my channel.